Hello, my dear students. Today we are going to study a very powerful and emotional lesson titled The Price of Shame by Monica Lewinsky. This lesson is taken from her famous public speech where she talks about public humiliation, cyberbullying, and the cost of shame in digital age. The lesson is based on real life experiences and teaches us the importance of empathy, compassion, and responsible use of the internet. First paragraph, Monica's long silence and first public speech. Now, students, listen carefully. Here, Monica Lewinsky begins by introducing herself to the audience. She tells them that she remained silent for nearly 10 years. Imagine that, students, 10 long years without speaking publicly about her own life. She's standing in front of very young people and uses light humor so that they feel comfortable. But behind that humor is pain. She wants us to understand that her name had become a joke and that people knew her story without knowing her. Second paragraph, age, mistakes, and regret. Students, here Monica talks about age and mistakes. She tells us that at 22 she made a wrong decision by falling in love with her boss. Now tell me, students, how many people at 22 make mistakes? Almost everyone. The point she's making is very simple. Mistakes are part of growing up, but her mistakes became public in a way that most people mistakes never do. Third paragraph, the scandal and media storm. Now, students, this paragraph is very important. Monica explains how her private life suddenly became a global news story. Earlier, news was limited to newspaper and television, but because of the internet, everything spread instantly. She became the first person to experience worldwide public humiliation because of digital media. This shows us how powerful and dangerous the internet can be. Fourth paragraph, public humiliation and name calling. Students, here she explains how society judged her. People called her cruel names without understanding her as a human being. The media reduced her entire identity to labels. Through this, Monica wants us to see how easily society forgets empathy and kindness when it is busy judging someone. Fifth paragraph, cyberbullying before it had a name. Now listen carefully, students. Monica tells us that at that time there was no word like cyberbullying, but she experienced it fully. Her dignity was taken away. She even thought about ending her life. This shows how serious public humiliation can be. Words and actions online can push a person to the edge. Sixth paragraph, Taylor Clementi's tragic story. Students, this is one of the most emotional parts of the lesson. Monica tells us about Taylor Clementi, a young student who was secretly recorded and mocked online. Because of the humiliation, he ended his life. The lesson here is very clear. Cyberbullying is not harmless fun, it can destroy lives. Seventh paragraph, parents' pain and emotional trauma. Now, students, Monica talks about her parents. When her mother heard Taylor's story, she relieved the fear of losing her own daughter. This paragraph teaches us that humiliation affects not just one person but the entire families. Pain spreads far beyond the victim. Eighth paragraph, culture of humiliation and the internet. Students, here Monica explains something very important. Our society has developed a culture of humiliation. People enjoy watching others being shamed online. The internet has made this behavior common and acceptable, which is extremely dangerous for society. Ninth paragraph, shame as a business. Now think carefully, students. Monica explains that shame has become a business. Websites make money from clicks and clicks come from humiliation. The more shameful the content, the more profit it generates. This creates a cycle where human suffering is used for financial gain. 10th paragraph, need for compassion and empathy. Students, this paragraph gives us the solution. Monica says that empathy can destroy shame. She encourages us to become upstanders, people who support victims instead of remaining silent. Even one kind comment can reduce negativity online. Conclusion. Monica Lewinsky, The Price of Shame, teaches us that public humiliation can destroy lives, but compassion can save them. The lesson urges us to think before we judge, click, or comment online. Students, now let's see what is the moral of the lesson. Shame cannot survive empathy. We must use the internet responsibly and treat others with kindness and understanding. Students, always remember that mistakes do not define a person's worth. In a digital world, our words have power. Let us choose compassion over cruelty and empathy over judgment. Thank you, students, for listening. Please like, share, subscribe, and tell me what chapter you want me to do next. See you in the next class. Until then, bye.